Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you some speakers. Wait, didn't I made a video about these? Like, isn't this like the newest video on my channel right now? Oh, I guess it is. You know what? I gotta show you this again here. This television, I basically halfway finished it. Like this thing, I don't really know what I'm gonna do about. So yeah, but the television is complete, I guess, halfway, as I said. And I made it transparent, but the only thing, well, I changed up some things. You know, this speaker, you know that? It was like glass at the front. Like I put glass at the front. It wasn't black, it was glass, like it was translucent, transparent. And now I basically decided to make the front of the speakers basically like they look in real life, and only the sides and the back and whatever and the top translucent. Well, except for this television, but with this television, I basically made something very interesting. I basically made one side transparent and the other one not. So yeah, this is a television. I don't know like how much you could like see of the television last time because I didn't really look at the video, but I guess I looked at the video but not like in detail. So here you can actually see the display of it if you want to see that. I guess you can pause here if you want to see the display here. So that's the display there, and that's just the buttons. I basically made like buttons for everything, and here's like a logo here, JBL Audio. I basically like, just thought like orange and black does look quite nice in Minecraft, and I thought why not make these totally, JBL speakers, I guess. Yeah, I guess JBL actually did make orange speakers, like a car speaker, I think, had orange surrounds, I guess, you know. So basically, if you look at the back, you can actually see here the speaker here. You can see that. And at the back, there's a surprise that is not surprising anymore because I showed you. There is a subwoofer and the bass port, and you can also see here that the subwoofer has its own enclosure, kind of. And then you have another bass port for the mid-range, and then there's a tweeter on the side. I have no idea how this would sound in real life, but I guess not pretty good because I don't know, a tweeter to the side doesn't really sound all that good, but as you saw, it also has a tweeter in the front. So you can also see here the CRT on the inside. You can see, kind of. I don't know, like I've seen some CRT television from the back, but I guess it's not really like completely how they look like. And then you can see all the ports, and here you can see the connectors and whatever, the speakers with our grill on and whatever. So yeah, these speakers I did show you, and then I have some speakers that you could have seen early, like a few weeks ago, if you would go ahead and follow me on my Instagram, because I do post pictures early there when I'm finished building the speakers or whatever. I didn't like post the newer ones that I built just now, but like a few days ago. But normally I do post stuff, or I will basically post stuff early before I make a video, which is also kind of a good idea because it's kind of quicker than doing a video. So here you can see a Yamaha speaker. These what I also did a video of. You can see. And you can see from the back, they look like this. Pretty, actually, like they do actually look like this, I think. And here you can see a Panasonic speaker, my main speakers, which is actually one of my like most popular videos on my channel, which is actually insane, guys. That it has like so many views. Yeah, so it's kind of like yeah, really awesome that you guys really enjoy like this video of mine that I did basically a few years ago. I think it was like in 2019 or something. So yeah, basically these are the speakers, or the speaker, one of them, and here is something very interesting. It's kind of like an Apple iMac Pro with like M2 or M1 Pro or whatever they are gonna put in it. So basically, yeah, it's kind of like I thought, why not like make an iMac Pro and kind of make it like the new design, kind of. And the funny thing is, I basically made a notch. But today I actually realized, looking back at the M1 iMacs, that they don't even have a notch. So I don't know if like the new iMac Pro, if it actually does get released, like somewhere in the future, will have a notch, but I don't know. So basically, this is just kind of a fun little. It's like definitely not how an iMac looks inside, I guess. And these speakers are also way too big for an iMac, I guess. But yeah, it's just kind of a fun little build I wanna like to basically show here. So these are the RAM. Is it the RAM? Yeah, it's the RAM. And on top of there are like these SSDs, and there are like two fans, which have like different like all of this like enclosures and what of the and whatever. So basically, one is gonna pull the air out from the CPU. No, from the SoC, I think. Yeah, SoC, right? And one fan is gonna bring fresh air in, and you can also see that the yeah is also having a tweeter. So basically, like Macs, like do actually have tweeters. Like I don't know, like most of them actually do have like tweeters and woofers, like not really woofers, but like full range drivers. So actually, it's pretty nice what Apple like builds in their products for speakers. I guess they sound very nice. So and there you can see the full range. There you can see the RAM and SSDs again. At the back, it's kind of yeah, not that interesting. You can see it does have like these old style 2010, 2011 iMac like ventilation on there, and then on the side too, just for fun, I guess. And yeah, there you can see also I did the same like on the TV, that I basically made one side transparent and the other not. And there's another speaker, and this speaker is like the first speaker like I got brand new, like as I basically moved in where I am now, basically to my home right now, where I am right now here. Basically, I bought this brand new and broke it like a few like months later. An LG XA14 stereo system these speakers belong to, and yeah, they're pretty small. And yeah, had 5 watts. You can actually see there. And yeah, then I got these Grundig speakers with a Grundig stereo. They're not here anymore. Like I also broke them, and then basically my grandma had it. Like I gave them to my grandma because, and I turned like the balance knob on her old stereo system. I turned it so that basically only one speaker is playing. So very weird, because on the other one I didn't rip the surround, like the glue. So I could still glue it back, but she lives not really near me, so it's not like a really quick drive to just fix up the speaker. So I guess she like I don't know what she's gonna do, but yeah, I think it still works fine, and she probably won't really notice because she doesn't even turn up the music so loud. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I get the speakers someday again, and then I will fix them up. I don't know. And yeah, that's how it looks like. I also have a video on my channel on the speaker if you want to know. Like it worked back then as I did the video. And then I have something very interesting. Is my here's my own speakers that I built in 2015, I think. And they lasted until 2018, where the mid-range speaker, basically the surround, gave up and like just kind of uh, yeah broke down and like there was a hole in the surround and it just didn't sound that good anymore. Also because on one speaker it was different. So on one speaker I did have the terminal, or what it's called, for you connecting like for connecting the speaker wires to the amplifier and whatever. And the other speaker didn't have it because I only had one from speakers that I also got, that I also built here in Minecraft that I'm going to show you. And so one speaker sounded better than the other, so it kind of was like a mess. They sounded pretty alright, but yeah, it was like not the best speakers. I guess it's like the best that I could do, like with my dad basically back then. We built these together with my parents, and yeah, the woofer I blew sadly because it also like oh yeah, the glue came off as well. Yeah, the glue of the dust cap, and then it looked all ugly and yeah. And the mid range is a cheap one, and you can also see here the wattage. It had like 80 watts, like a tweeter. Yeah, stuff like that. I don't want to really make the video too long, so you know. I don't know. Are you gonna like watch like Minecraft videos for longer? I don't know, because other long videos of mine didn't really go that well because maybe I'm just talking too much. I don't know. So yeah, basically here is a Cat LEB 404 speaker, like a really cheap one, and yeah, basically I don't like they're in the living room, but they're not getting used because the base port is closed on them, so they sound at least a little bit good or nice or well, yeah, they don't actually sound all that terrible, but they do have some air leaks and whatever. So you can hear air coming out of the tweeter and whatever, and they are very loose. So basically, the speakers aren't screwed in correctly because it's very cheap quality. And the bass port is closed, so they sound alright, basically. And what I've done by mistake, so I basically tried to open this bass port, and I made the sound worse. So I guess they're just decoration for now. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but actually they do have a frequency crossover. Frequency? Yeah, I'm forgetting all of those English like speaker like words. I think yeah, frequency crossover. Yeah, and it does actually like this on the side is not just a passive radiator. It's actually a real speaker, which is interesting. And the speaker is actually like on the side actually has a different basket. Is it basket color? Like it actually has a different. I don't know now. Yeah, it actually has a different like metal frame basket thing. Like, and it's kind of goldish, like the color, and not like black, like the woofer. So it's really interesting. And then I also built a JVC UX P6R or P5R. I can't remember really. I think it's a P6R. And yeah, basically these speakers were alright. I also made a video on them, so You can check that out. And then this is my monocore speaker, which actually is way smaller than the JVC, but the JVC looks smaller than the monocore, which is kind of bad. But the only way I could make them look like the JVC speakers in real life was to make them this small, I guess. Like it kind of looks alright, I guess. And the monocore is, yeah, just looking like the monocore in its box. This was also a video, like it's way older, from like 4 years ago, from 2018. It actually had like a blue wire and an orange wire. Yeah. So, yeah, these are like the speakers that I built recently, and this iMac. And this was where the video basically left off with the speaker, I think. Yeah, and then you can see those, and you can see I kind of, yeah, you already saw those here. And now comes the next speakers, and this one is a Schneider 8031.1 LS or something, what the model number is. And these have like Nokia speakers in them, just like the Siemens speakers I have, like only one of them, like this big thing, this big Siemens speaker. I only have one of them, and these have the bigger Nokia drivers, but they do kind of warm up if you play them because very loud with much bass, and they don't actually have that much bass because they're sealed. And I guess the Schneider speaker also didn't have that much bass. But here I really went kind of, here with the detail. Here you can see everything looks pretty nice here. Yeah, and this is the Schneider speaker, I guess. And you can see here it has these Nokia, like the wattage, how many watts they have. I don't know how many watts really like each individual speaker had, but yeah, and these were also blown. That's, I think, why I basically destroyed them. We actually put this woofer here in our car, in our old car, um, which I also made a video of with the same stereo, like the stock speakers, only the front ones. We didn't change those. These were like the stock Philips ones. And in the back, we actually put those, but like the Nokia ones. But the Nokia ones basically were like rattling, so the voice coil, so they were kind of half blown, and the tweeter was also blown. So yeah, that's why I basically destroyed those. And now we're coming to this speaker, the Altax CD300, which I do realize now that I forgot the signs, because it actually does say Altax Profi Tower CD300, blah, 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 300 watts max power or whatever. I did actually forget those signs. But these, yeah, were very, like, I don't remember, like, how they sounded like, because this was in 2014. I got those. I got those in 2014, and because I was so young, and I had, like, this LG stereo, uh, I showed the speaker to you, the LG XA14 with, like, 5 watts. I basically had. Wow, did you hear the car driving? Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, basically, yeah, I powered these big speakers with a 5 watt stereo. Yeah, so basically 10 watts, so 2 times 5 watts. So yeah, I didn't really use the woofers quite that much. Like I didn't like utilize them that much. Like the power, I basically underpowered them. And yeah, then I basically pushed in the dust caps because I was like, how old was I there? Like 11 or something? I don't know. Yeah, basically I pushed the dust caps in and kind of. broke the speakers. Like they were so old that the speaker connectors, like inside the speaker, were basically ripping off the cones. So basically, you couldn't like use them anymore. And yeah, the mid range I blew up. The tweeter I have no idea what happened to that, and that's how they actually do look from the back. Very nice. Also frequency crossover here, and this is actually the same terminal, like speaker terminal I used for my own um, speakers, as I said. And yeah, these are uh, Brown L710 speakers, and if they would have looked like that in very good condition, I probably would have used them as my main speakers on my Onkyo because they really sounded very good. But the problem was they looked like they were like, standing in a very dirty like basement or something with all like, you know, spiders and whatnot. So really they were looking really really bad. They were in really really bad condition. It wasn't white. It was like really like I mean they were so ugly and so disgusting looking. I basically just took the speakers out and tested them, blew them, whatever. I did listen to them like as they were in the box, and they, as I said, they sounded so good, and I really wanted to like keep them. And oh, I think one mid range actually was broken. Yeah, one mid range actually was broken, I think. But they still sounded pretty good because mid range, I don't know. Yeah, basically one speaker was blown, I think, and they were in terrible condition, so that's why I didn't keep them and blew the speakers. And everybody like in the German, like this was a German video, and it's my most disliked video on my channel, I think. Everybody went crazy about me blowing these speakers up, and yeah, I do understand that these speakers are very nice because, as I said again, they sounded pretty good. I don't know, like they're not like I mean I don't know, they can't be like the best speakers in the world. I guess not, but everybody went really crazy about them and like me blowing them. But yeah, it had a reason. It yeah. Otherwise, as I said, I wouldn't have blown them. Yeah, I would have loved to using them with my Onkyo. Well, until I would blow them accidentally, like I did once with a very old speaker as well. Anyway, like the dual speakers I had, which I made an English video about, where I basically said that I blew them accidentally because I was turning them up a little bit, and yeah, basically, yeah. But yeah, I guess these are all the speakers that I built now. Oh, I didn't actually show you the back of these quite properly here. You can see them. So yeah, these are all the speakers that I built in Minecraft. So, I mean, yeah. This video is like really long anyway, but I just didn't get around to like make a video in the last few like months. I think it must have been a really long time. I think more than 100 days or something. What my YouTube Studio thing says. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I hope yeah that you enjoyed this video, I guess.